the legal team, Geek Sensei, Raven, Sam, Mr. Blitzstick.
You three, man.
Yeah. You man about.
We are live, as I'm saying. Mr. Blitztech.
Raven, your GS.
Jay, 1/3 the Cybernauts.
And welcome to Hogwarts Legacy free DLC. We're just going to lay down our impressions of what we played on first hand. We went to Hogwarts Studios. Harry Potter Studios. Them things there. And yeah, man. Game shaping up to be quite nice still. So yeah, like if we had to have one aspect each from the game that we just played, or the demo that we played, what would you man say? Still.
One.
Yeah, man, just one.
Oh.
Before we do, just kick down the door. Is it that tough? Alright, cool. I'm going to jump with the combat then, because you're going to take it to the combat for me, I love combat in games. Combat in this feels super nice. Bro, the plethora of spells. You mad?
Yeah.
That man go in, bro. It feels good. The like countering system, like even when you're just taking on like loads of enemies, bro. I like it's sick. It's actually sick. I'm like you watch the movies and you're like, bro, they just doing this and that. Wherever you're playing the game, you're like, oh, this feels like something else. You could like swing barrels over here, pull someone towards you, push them back, combo the crap out of them. Oh, bro.
You know
Combat is
what,
actually super legit.
Yeah, they definitely go harder than in the actual movies, because here you're able to do multiple things that you don't actually see that in the movies.
True that,
Like you're
true
saying,
that.
throwing barrels, multiple enemies you're surrounded with. You can hit the man with spells and use objects around your environment.
That's it.
That is super tough. You know, while still evading as well. Like, bro, you're pretty much doing like 3-4 things at the same time.
That's it, yeah.
So, yeah, they went stupid hard with the combat, and you also get the like combat. You have like a dual club. That is tough.
Yeah.
That is super sick.
I think when it comes to the combat, like you're saying, I think it's fire because they never focus on combat in the movies as deep as they do here. And it's like, I think that's one of the things that is sick about this, because it's like, when I think of all of the combat in the actual movies, there is the time where Harry's training the youngers on dueling and they're doing one spell at a time. There's times where you've got maybe like a 3-on-3 battle between Sirius, Harry, the Death Eaters, and they do it. And it's in there.
Yeah.
Like all the things in the game are in there, but the game does it better. Way better. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, combat's fire. I think the reason it took me so long to decide is because, for me, everything I've seen in the game is equally fire. Like, the combat is top level, but at the same time, I don't think it's better than the map. I don't think, do you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's better than the morphology. I don't think it's better than, what else did we get to see in the game? Like, we got to see, just so everyone understands, we got to play segments of the game for a certain amount of time in a certain area and certain do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all did the same thing in our own way. So, yeah, man, I think it's the map. The map. One of the things that I really like about the map is the size, the density, and the ability to get lost. Instantly. And I think one of the things that helps you get lost instantly is the multiple ways to traverse the map. Now, we only got to be on foot and use the broom. But as soon as I got on the broom and went whoosh, lost. Don't know where I am. But then, one of the things the game does do, which is also sick and which I'm giving points to for the map, is there are very subtle indicators on where you are and how to find your way back. Like, color coding things. Things are color coded. So it's like, oh, you know this color leads here. You know this color leads there. And I love that because I also think that's going to play a part in with the spells. Like, the spells are color coded as well. And I think that throughout the game, all of these colors will eventually like just be different types of guides, if you get what I'm saying. Like, to learning a map, learning the world. So yeah, man, I think the map and the world and cold.
Yes.
Super cold.
I guess the next one I'll probably pick is definitely the flying with the broom.
Okay.
I was really surprised because obviously that's one of the first things man ends up doing right at the beginning. And like the takeoff nice, cool. But I think I was really impressed when you come off the broom. And I know you might seem like, oh, what do you mean, like come off the broom? Like it took me back to the first Harry Potter movie, Philosopher's Stone, where when Harry comes off the broom while it's still running. I don't know how you guys animated that, but it feels like when you come off the broom, it's not hard on the floor. It's very smooth, but you're still like, it's like a little run up coming off the broom. I was really impressed with that. And like you're saying, like the whole world just traveling, hitting the boost as well with it. I actually want to see how fast at some point we can get, because obviously we're right at the beginning of the game. So you've got a little like whoosh, like, and it felt good. But I want to be like, at some point with my levels, like, yo, I want to hit supersonic with this thing. Especially if
I know they said the Nimbus 3000 ain't in the game. They said the Nimbus 3000 ain't in the game, but they definitely have to increase the speed on the broom.
1000%.
The broom was, like, it's good, but it was slow.
Yeah.
But then also, we never got an opportunity to use the mounts. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how fast they go in it, but yeah, definitely need more speed.
No, and a thing about it's not just speed for speed's sake. It's speed because I want to be at some point chasing someone or someone chasing me, and be able like to navigate through the world. Because remember, the world is mad. So if I want to like evade or get away from something, like let's say there's a dragon chasing man or there's ops chasing man.
Yeah.
It's almost like racing, isn't it?
I was
like,
just jump on his room and go, yeah.
Speed for speed's sake, I'll take it. Bro.
Exactly, bro. Do you know what I'm
Take
saying?
speed for speed's sake.
Like, for the amount that we played, bro, like, it's so much to explore and just go from there. So,
yeah, for me,
I want to see
traversing. Like I said, the map is so huge. I'd rather have just like a Bugatti broom just to get from A to B real quick.
I'm with that.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
like hopefully there are stuff like you're talking about in the game, chases and pursuits and stuff like that, because the map is so good. You could put that stuff in just for fun. Like, oh, let's have a race around Hogwarts. I'm sure they've got to have those kind of mini games in the game. So I'm glad for that. But customization.
I was gonna say, I thought that would be your first.
I was gonna jump on it, but I haven't. Besides the character customization that they've shown in the trailers and that we got to see. In terms of the character customization, I feel like I've seen what they've got there in terms of the actual body of the character. And my character seemed to replicate a lot of other of the black characters that I've saw. Do you know what I'm saying? Like black male, there's only three or four hairstyles. Listen, the hairstyles are great and it's good that they're in there, but still, it's almost like I haven't seen lots of variety, but at the same time, the game's not out yet. So I'm not going to hold them back. And like, I feel like the characters they've been making are just trying to just draw me in personally. So anyway, so then past that, I want to see the customization of the Room of Enchantment that we didn't get to look at. We've seen it in the breakdowns that WB dropped, but we never got to play with that. The clothing system, the cosmetic system, we never really got to dive deep into that other than the clothes you get straight away, getting to see the Death Eater outfit that comes with the special edition, so which I've already got. So yeah, man, I'm just interested to kind of like put it all together at this point, man. That's where I'm at. I'm loving the story as well. They actually went in with the story. They went in with the story. I love that because they start and it was one of the things I was thinking about skipping the cutscenes. I was thinking about, bruv, because I want to experience the game all at once together. So I was really thinking about skipping the cutscenes that give you no context in terms of when you're playing the demo. Like it doesn't help. Do you know what I'm saying? So then I was like, oh, if I skip the cutscenes, I can play more of the game. What? Because we're on a time frame. So I started skipping the cutscene because I only want to experience that when I'm playing a game. But the first cutscene I did watch, where they're like explaining that you've missed 5 years of Hogwarts, you're coming in, like, I know they've explained that to us and shown it to us, but I love the way they really do it. All of that, man. Oh, it's like spoilers.
Yeah.
Damn. You'll be alright.
You know what? Speaking of that cutscene, like without saying much into it, I really like how they did something with it where you couldn't see something until something happened, which goes with the rule of the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Which I thought, this has happened, so now I'm able to see it because of certain events that just happened. Like I feel like that was super tough the way that I was losing my mind with that. Just going back to the character, I really hope that with like updates and stuff like that, they give us more hairstyles as well, because I feel like that was a bit limited. But like you said, the game's not out yet, and if there will be updates later on, yeah, we definitely need more hairstyles, especially like black hairstyles, and that's one thing I wanted to add.
I think for me the last thing is just again that the spells, the spells we were interacting with is actually really mad how they do interact with the world. Like I think I got stuck on one point because I didn't know a spell can pull. Obviously, they will teach you that when you're playing the game, but we play like little demo, so it's like that's for me. It's actually really good at how immersive those kind of spells can be. Like there's one time I blew up a bridge. I was unable to repair it because I had to cross it again. I was like, what?
How natural did that come to you? Did that come to you naturally?
Yeah. As soon as I was like, oh, the bridge is broke, I saw like the spell with the hammer thing. I was like, yeah, let me just repair that real quick. And I think what's that one? Revelio again? Like you'll be using that quite a lot to reveal stuff in the world. All that kind of stuff for me is like how you're immersing what you collect and then actually helps you in the world. Super mad. So props off to them, man. Just putting
I love
in their whole entire game.
That aspect of your intuition kicks in right away, especially like you're already into the whole Harry Potter world. So, like you said, you blew up the bridge, bruv. Man's automatically rebuilding the bridge right second thought. That's one of the things I really loved when playing the game as well. Like,
yeah, man, I think it's tough. I like just when I talk about the customization, it even goes to the skill tree and the weapons and all the spells that you're using, because I like that you're gonna be able to build just such different characters. Like they have the skill tree built out, and I was looking at stuff that I wasn't supposed to be looking at, and I'm telling you about it because I was looked at it and I've seen it. So they've got like lists of spells. So it's like there's a whole bunch of fire spells. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can pick which fire spell is your fire spell. You can pick which telekinesis almost push or pull. Do you know what I'm saying? You're using, and I feel like it's just going to give you such good varieties when it comes to wizards and witches, witches and wizards competing. But then I also like that we never even got into the spells part of it, and that's another thing. I mean, the potions part of it, which is all items, potions, items, animals. We never even touched any of that. So it's good to know that you can go in, duel, have an item that's going to pop out and save you, have a plant that might pop out and save you. Because I feel like they've only really shown us the very, very basics of the kind of wizard you can be. All of they've shown you is a wizard with a wand. And that's enough, but they've got bare more inside. So
that's what's scary.
So exactly. So this is what I'm really ready for, man. And I need a couple trench coats. I need a couple more trench coats.
So the trench coats is going to be legit still. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this game. This game's going to be huge. February, boy, this is
February 10th, baby.
Let's go, man. Man is so hyped for this game. It's mad. It's so crazy.
Yeah, started off crazy with games. So, boy, hopefully this is going to be a banger. The way we played it, it feels like it's going to be one of the games of the year for sure. So, yeah, man, competition is right for 2023. Shout out to WB for the invite to the tour thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Super legit, man. And yeah, just seeing the actual crew behind the games as well, the developers, them. Yeah, legit meeting you guys.
Shelling.
It was actually pretty cool talking to them and just seeing like how they view the world as well. Like that was actually pretty dope.
So yeah, just more in life, please. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, guys, comments down below. What do you think of Hogwarts Legacy? What's the biggest aspect you're looking forward to? And are you getting it day one? So I'd be surprised if you're not. I'm sorry, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
J1 for the Cybernuts.